What's up everyone, it's Biz with another Division build video. Today we put together a modified Lady Death build that I think is going to showcase a commonly overlooked part of the gun, which is melee damage. I'm talking snack smacks, sweet chin music, so get your slapping gloves on and call Chuck Norris. It's time to get down to business. So we're going to start here with the specialization, and I went with Firewall. This up-close and personal specialization has a lot to offer this build, and for it to work, you need to not only be able to deal damage, but also take it. It's a very up-close build, and so you're going to be on the front lines taking a lot of damage. This specialization has a perfect skill for this, though, in its Striker Shield, which is a modified Crusader Shield that gives amp damage to targets in front of it, and will keep you alive. The Cluster Grenade is also probably my favorite special grenade, causing a large radius of damage should things get a little dicey. The Special Med Kit is also one of the best that will get you back in the fight, giving you stupid armor regen over time. Finally, and just for now in TU11, and I think PvE is going to still have it, the Armor Break Burn talent, that when you break your armor, enemies within 5 meters will burn. Comes real in handy should things go sideways and you need a minute to correct yourself. Now for weapons, again, I'm maximizing on being close quarters because this build is close quarters. You're going to be within 10 meters of the enemies at all times for it to really work. So for this, I went with some close quarters heavy hitters in a shotgun and the Lady Death. For the shotgun, I chose the ACS for its automatic fire. This one has damage out of cover, and one of my favorite talents, which is Strained, which stacks crit hit damage for every second that you're shooting the weapon. This is really good because you're just making the weapon more powerful as you get down the magazine. I also modified it to crit hit chance with both my scope and my laser sight, adding a little bit of crit hit chance just to make sure that most of those pellets are going to be crit hits. Now, onto the Lady Death. The Lady Death is an exotic SMG for those who don't know, and it is probably best in slot right now. This one came with SMG damage, crit hit chance, and damage to armor. Now, what's important about the exotics is that they come with specific attachments. In this one, just like any other exotic, it comes with attachments. But this one is what's going to make this build what it is. So on the scope, we have a crit hit chance, which is good. You know, you want that for an SMG. And then even on the barrel, we have a little bit of crit hit damage, which is, you know, also good. It's a good thing to stack crit hit damage. Now, under the barrel, if you're looking here, you have 500% extra melee damage. And that's going to come in real handy the further we get down in this build. Also, the magazine is going to give you reload speed, but that melee damage is so overlooked in this game right now, and it could really cause an edge for anyone using it in PvE, PvP. You're up close and personal, you run out of rounds, punch things to death. Super easy. So gear-wise, I settled on a 4 red, 1 blue, 1 yellow for this build. A lot of people can argue that you should do 5 red, 1 yellow. I like the 1 blue. I'll explain why a little later when we get to the Grupo piece. Before it, I'm running, for the overview, is a 2-piece Walker Harris for amped weapon and armor damage. Then I'm running Sokolov for the SMG damage, Grupo for a little bit of crit damage. Then I have a Wyvern holster, and this isn't just any Wyvern holster, it's the named holster from the DZ, which is Claws Out. We're going to get into that a little bit later. It's kind of the keystone of the build. So first things first, the Walker Harris, as you can see, it's pretty much standard spec to red. We got crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and a little bit more crit hit chance. Pretty standard fare. Some people like Providence. I personally like Walker Harris. I just think it works better for me. There's no real evidence to say which one's better. Also, I just don't land headshots. Body shots for the win, just how I do. Yeah. Moving into the backpack, though. For a long time, I really thought this was a Matador, but turned out it's actually just a regular Walker Harris backpack with Adrenaline Rush that gives you extra bonus armor for enemies within 5 meters. It can stack for a few times. That bonus armor is going to be important because it synergizes with the chest talent, which is on the Sokolov piece, which we're going to get the SMG damage, but also we're going to get Intimidate. Now, the Intimidate talent gives you bonus amped damage for enemies within 10 meters of you when you have bonus armor. This is important because you're going to be within 10 meters, you're going to be getting bonus armor, If you're running with someone with tardigrade, you're going to be God. But yeah, standard red. Moving into the gloves, and this is where the argument comes into play. Some people like to run all red, some people like to run all blues. I like putting one blue in there just because you're going to get that extra shield health with the blue, and then with the yellow from the Wyvern, you do get a skill tier 2 striker shield, which gives you a little more health on that shield, gives you a little better regen, which is going to be, the matter of life and death in PvP, even PvE. Just having that little extra edge over the competition. Super important. Also, Grupo is the glue that holds any build together because crit hit damage is awesome. Now moving into the knee pads. I faked you out there because I was going to go to the holster, but I'm saving it best for last. We got Vox's Prayer. Even though we're losing the point on rifle damage, the damage outside of cover is just so important. This is honestly best in slot for knees. And if you want to switch out for Ravenous, that's cool too. But moving on to the Wyvern Claws Out holster, though, which is the cornerstone of this build. Save the best for last. As you can see, you're getting the skill tier, but you're also getting 500% melee damage, which is super important when you stack that with the Lady Death that has another 500. You're at 1,000% melee damage. When you have your shield out, that amplifies the melee. So you're just punching things and not caring. And that's about it. That's the build. That is the PvE, PvP, Walker Harris, Texas Ranger, awesome death machine that I've put together. I hope you enjoyed the build. Just a note, for skills, I did run a drone. In PvE, I do switch that to a revive hive. But enjoy the footage of me and Tech kind of wrecking some havoc on a bounty. And that's it. Biz out.
Easy build. It has the intimidate and shield and all that stuff, so hopefully, as long as you're killing the dogs, I should be able to kill a lot easier. The way my guy's running, I look like a fucking hopped up Keebler elf right now. It's fantastic. The secret's in the fudge stripes, but I'll never tell. Probably blow up these fire things first, right?
Yeah, as soon as they charge.
Oh.
Or no.
I really wonder who's got the bigger med station. Medic or these medics.